Hi there and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for joining us on the channel today and checking out this video. Okay, so as you can see, we have got the Schumacher Classic, the 1990 Schumacher Cougar that's just been re-released. And here it is in all its glory. I've just finished this, well, I finished this literally yesterday, and it's all done, which is good. And also, as you can see, now some of you might have seen this if you've checked out my Facebook group and Instagram page. This is a original Schumacher Cougar with a very rare Parma alley cat body. Also, what makes this special as well is this is an ex-Parma racing display car. It's never been used. It was a display car for Parma Racing, and it's got the alley cat body and wing set on, and so it's never been used. And a big thanks to Paul Rowlands, who has lent me the car for the video. I said I might be interested in comparing it with the new Cougar Classic re-release. So he sent me this up, and here we go. So we're going to have a look at both of them today, but I will start with the Cougar Classic. So I'm just going to move this to the side. Okay, so as you can see, it's all fully built. There you go. I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. As I said, there's no electrics in it yet, no radio gear or anything. That'll be coming on the next video. I'll be getting this running to show you all. But yeah, as you can see, it's all built. And I did go with that Tamiya cobalt green paint colour that I was going to do, that I think I suggested in my unboxing video. So yeah, anyway, yeah, and I've also gone with a clear wing, because I like the clear wings. So, as I said, this was the first time I've actually built a Schumacher buggy or car from the ground up, new out of the box. So, what did I think of it? Well, on the whole, it's always that bit of the fear of the unknown if you've never done anything. So I was a bit like, oh, I'm not looking forward to this bit, or whatever. But actually, I enjoyed the build, the majority of the build. I like doing it. Now, that wasn't to say it was without its problems. Mind you, I think you can probably say that on nearly any RC car build or project you're doing. I'll just take the body off. And a battery back in there just for a bit of weight. Yes, so yeah, now it's really light. But okay, that is the finished chassis. So what did I think of it? Well, as I say, I really enjoyed building it. It's not like it's not like building an Associated or Tamiya or Mardave. So yeah, I'm glad I built one up from the kit now. I've got that experience under my belt. So so on the whole, yeah, plastics are good. Yeah, well, I say like most of them are good, you know. The one that, to be honest, I think the gear cover there it feels a bit fragile and a bit cheap, but it's not the end of the world. It is only basically a spur gear cover, so you know, maybe that's just nitpicking. Now, I put the diff together, and with the eccentric, what do you call them now? Well, they're called the eccentric sort of adjusters that you can, they're used to tighten the tension in the belt in the gearbox. So they're things I weren't looking forward to originally, because I've never built any of Schumacher's gearboxes. But to be honest, they went together a treat. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing the gearbox, and the gearbox is a really nice sort of nice thing to put together. Now, I'm sure it's been mentioned, the drive shafts were a massive pain in the backside to get to put together. Now, I had to ask my wife to do these because I struggle with anything like that because of my hands and arms. So my wife had the pleasure of doing them, which I'm sure she'll thank me for. But generally, it is a bit of a tricky thing to do on the Hot. But as long as you use that tool that you get supplied in the kit, that will help. What else was a pain? The little circlips in the bottom of the shocks. Again, there was no chance of me doing them. So, again, I had to get my wife to do them. And she used a pair of needle nose pliers. Bit of a fiddly thing, but, you know, managed to do them. So, other than that, shocks feel really nice. Now, I've used some of the kit oil. I think it came with, what was it, 450 and 350 oils. Now, I put the 450 in the rear, and I had some, so it was about, I can't remember now, sorry, my brain's not working. It was about 40 weight, the oil. So I put that in the rear, which is, it's soft, but not, you know, too soft. And then at the front, I had some 60 weight oil, which I decided to be better in the front. And that feels really nice. I mean, obviously, there was no weight in the car yet, but still, the actual shocks went together really well. They feel nice and smooth. Lovely. Really nice shocks. So, yeah, so I did put some stiffer oil in the thicker oil in the front than it recommended in the kit. But I think that'll work much better. Now, there is a discrepancy in the kit, and it says what oils to put in, and they don't give you those oils in the box. So whether that was a mistake or they then suddenly changed their minds with what oils they were giving you for the car, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, what else? Also as well, turnbuckles. That's another thing I struggle on doing that my wife did for me. So I'm very pleased she did that. Again, actually as well, I feel like she's built half of this car. Honestly, she hasn't really, but she also cut the body shell out for me as well. But I did the decals this time. Now, the only thing, one of the trickiest things is this blooming wing. Now, I know why Schumacher sort of did this, because you won't lose your wing during a race, you know, which is good, and it flips back, and, you know, you're not going to lose your wing during a race, unless someone snips your bands at the back. But, oh God, trying to get that so it'll work, and push the bands through, and push the little pins through underneath to hold it all together. The pain in the backside that was. I was cursing Schumacher when I did that, when that was being done, and it drove me up the bloody wall. But there you go, it's all done, and it's not going anywhere. So yeah, a bit of a few slightly annoying things, but generally, besides those, the turnbuckles, the circlips in the shocks, and the telescopic drive shafts that I would have had problem with doing, everything else was absolutely fine, and really enjoyed putting it together. Now, if any of you have seen Gavin's video from RC Kicks, you'll see that he's built his Cougar up, and he's managed to fit in a NIM pack in the back. It does say in there, on the box and in the manual, you can use shorty lipos, but you can fit in a 7.2 NIM pack. Now, I haven't put the battery mounts in yet. I was unsure whether I was going to mount the pack in it differently or what, so, but I might just put it in going across at the back. We will see. So, just got that to do. And of course, I am now waiting on some electrics to fit in this as well. So yeah, other than that, really enjoyed it. Cool bit of kit. Now, I'm thinking on vintage cars, some of you may remember that I was racing at the Cougar Classic in Kendal for their 5th vintage meet. Now, I can say there was certainly some Cougars going around. I don't think there was any re-release ones, but there were some Cougars there on the Sunday. Yeah, I can say that the South Lakes Model Car Club managed to raise £3,000 for the from their raffle and donations to go to Northwest Air Ambulance. So I think that was absolutely fantastic. So big thanks to South Lakes Model Car Club and everyone who joined in the event and the raffle and donated either donated things to give to the raffle or purchase those raffle tickets. Anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that because that's really cool. So well done, good job there. Okay, now I'm going to put my Top Cat. I keep calling it a freaking Top Cat. I'm going to put my Cougar just there, and I'm going to show you this one. Now this is an original Schumacher Cougar from 1990, and I say this is owned by Paul Rowlands, who's lent it me for some videos, and it's got this rather cool and sleek looking Parma alley cat body shell and wing. And as I said, this is an ex-display car, and it was built up, and it's never been run. In fact, it's got a slight flat spot on the rear tyres from where it's been sat all this time. But yeah, so there is a few differences between the Classic and the original release. And I will bring the camera over at the end and do a quick scan over, but the turnbuckles have changed slightly, ever so slightly there. Now, as I say, I am not a Schumacher aficionado, so if I'm wrong, then please tell me in the comments. But the shocks are different, so I don't know if these are aftermarket shocks or just different Schumacher shocks at the time. But we've got these red anodized ones fitted on front and rear. Also, you'll notice that the rear wing and like the shock tower mount is different to what you get on the Cougar. Now, I do definitely think this is an aftermarket piece because the wing completely fits in differently on this. I actually like this fitting. You've got a wing wire, and it goes into two posts with the grub screws in, and you can tighten them up, and again a nice secure wing. I do like that. This body set in the wing makes the car actually look a lot longer and sleeker, and that's cool. It's a nice body shell. Also as well, I noticed that this is sporting. I've never seen a pair. Sporting Schumacher mini spike 1 tyres, and I've got this really sort of like thick sidewall there, and I've never seen a pair, so that was quite interesting to see. Also as well, you can't see it too well, but this has got completely different rear hubs on from the Classic, or from what I imagine is the original Cougar. I believe these are aftermarket ones, or maybe they're Parma ones. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. But they don't have the big circular disc hub that the Cougar here has. So they're more like a conventional hub that you'd see on a lot of buggies. So I don't know if they're Parma ones or what. So someone could tell me, that'd be cool. Or maybe Paul could tell me. Maybe he knows. And as well, we'll just take off the body shell. And here we go. So if I pick that up, it has got in, I say, what we've got here is, you can see it's got in, it's a original mechanical speed controller. The original battery mount for a stick pack as well, and which is cool. So as I say, other than that, there isn't a great deal of difference between the two buggies. Schumacher have used a lot of the original tooling to make the Cougar Classic. So yeah, there's not a huge amount of difference. There's a few different holes in this one, in the chassis plate, on the Cougar Classic re-release. So, but yeah. Well, what you have is two very cool buggies, and as I say, I can't wait to get this running. So that'll be coming very soon. I said that about some other videos that are coming very soon, but it hasn't happened. But for various reasons, but I will have to make sure I get this one out and filmed. So later on today, I'll be working again some electrics in it. Right, so what I'll do is, as I say, I just wanted to show you the two cars, obviously mine that it's built now, and this lovely example of original Cougar that Paul Rowlands sent me. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the camera, bring it over and just do a quick scan over of the cars, and then the next time you see this, it'll be ready to blast outside. Okay, so yeah, once again, thank you very much for checking out this video, much appreciated. If you haven't seen our unboxing on this, I'll put a link into the description. And please also follow us on Instagram and Facebook under Andy Robinson RC if you haven't already. And please consider subscribing to the channel. Tons of content coming up, and we are hoping we can hit that 2K subscriber mark very soon. Anyway, I'll bring the camera over so you can have a scan over these cars closer. Other than that, we will see you on the next video. Now, hopefully, I don't knock the camera too much. I apologise if there's too much wobbling. There you go, that is the two chassis side by side. And we're just going to come in and scan over. And obviously this is the Cougar Classic. And obviously this one here is the original Cougar with the which is the Parma display car. Absolutely lovely. Funny enough, the green on both bodies is entirely coincidental. It was only until I painted up mine I realised it's quite a similar green. But yeah, very cool. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you on the next one very soon. Look after yourselves. Bye.